This is your Sevcik Opus 1, Part 1, Number 4. The book looks like this. And it's actually in the public domain, so you can download it for free at a certain website, which I will share you the link with you. We're going to talk about Number 4. There's two special things about Number 4. First of all, well, there's a few special things about it. It's all on the G string. So we're going to get some serious exercise getting those fingers, getting the elbow around. You only want to bring the elbow around enough to keep your fingers perpendicular to the strings. You don't want to have your knuckles hanging out down here and then reaching over the fingerboard, because that's not going to give you good articulation or speed. You want to bring your elbow around so that the fingers drop down from the air about the same as they do on all the other strings. And that requires us to move our elbow to the right a little bit. Don't get stuck in that position. A lot of people, once they work on their G string, they continue playing with their elbow there, and then they're on the E string and their elbow is still stuck, and then they're doing the dreaded S curve because their elbow is stuck in G string position. It's also not good for your shoulder to spend that much time there. So once you're done with the G string, make sure that you return to neutral as soon as you can. All right, so that's one special thing about this exercise. Another special thing is that it goes through some crazy keys. So, and this is part of what is so brilliant about the Sevcik book, is that he takes you through every possible finger configuration. This is where I first became aware that there's recurring patterns and there's not that many of them. And if you could just latch on to what the finger pattern is or where the half step is in your hand, it'll help your sight reading a lot. And also it makes us aware that there's moments when we're kind of on our tapes, or where our tapes used to be, and there are moments where we're in a key, like at the bottom of the page, where everything is slid down because there's so many flats. Everything feels like it's a low finger, because it is. All right. Now the third thing that's special about this is that he starts in the quarter note. You know how 1, 2, and 3 started out in some nice easy quarter notes. This is in quarter notes, but it's 8-note patterns. In 1, 2, and 3, you only had 4-note patterns. And so I like to do something kind of unique with this one, with Number 4, and I'll show you what I do. You can do it or you can ignore it. It's totally your choice. I've said it before, I'll say it again. There are many right ways to do this book. So I'm just sharing with you the way that I like to do it for myself and the way I teach my students. So look at Number 1, the first bar. It's just up a scale and down a scale in quarter notes. So this is a perfectly easy example for me to show you what I like to do. First, put the metronome on 60. First I slur 4 quarter notes, and then I slur 8 eighth notes, which allows me to go through that cycle twice. And that looks like this. So we go slur 4 notes and slur 4 notes, and then 8, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you see how I did that 8-note pattern twice when I did the 8th notes. Okay, then I'm going to go to 16th notes, and here's the unique part. And I based it off of the suggestion that's written at the top of your page. See the little notes? So what we're going to do is we're going to go into 16th notes, but we're only going to do the first 4 notes of that 8-note pattern. We're only going to do the first 4 notes, 4 times. Then we do the next 4 notes, 4 times. Then finally, we slur 16 and and we go through that 8-note pattern 4 times. All right, now it's very complicated and it's mental gymnastics, and you might not agree with the way I'm laying this out, so don't feel like you have to adhere rigidly to the way I do it. Just do something that's systematic and organized and predictable, so that your left hand knows what the plan is ahead of time. Okay, so let's just try those first 2 bars. We might take 2 stabs at it. I'll try to call out what the changes are. That's quarter note equals 60. First, we'll start by slurring 4 slow quarter notes. Ready, go. And the next 4. Okay, now slur 8. 7, 8. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now here's where we're gonna go. We're gonna go open 1, 2, 3, open 1, 2, 3, open 1, 2, 3, open 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we do it 4 times each, but we only do half at a time. Let's try that. Ready? And set, go. And then finally, we get to go up a scale and down a scale and up a scale and down a scale in 1 bow. And then we do it again on the up bow. Up a scale and down a scale and up a scale and down a scale, and you're done. Okay, so let's do the whole cycle now, starting all from the very beginning. Quarter notes, go. Now slur 8. Now, here's your half. Now, all of it. All right, so that's kind of that's a lot to remember. I really like how it takes half of the pattern at a time. I just like how that worked out. Okay, so let's try a pattern that's not so easy as that one. Let's try the 3rd pattern in. So this is going to be bar 5 and 6. That's a good one to try. It's a little bit more random, still pretty easy. Okay, let's try that. Slurring 4 quarter notes. Let's turn our metronome on. 1, 2, bar 5. Slur 8. Slur 16. See how that works? Okay. I think that's enough. Yeah, I can turn you loose on that. I'd like to do the whole thing with you because I love these exercises, but it would make the video take forever. So you do that for about 6 lines, and he lets you stay in 1 key for 2 lines, and then he introduces, instead of high 2, he introduces B flat. So now you're in this hand pattern. And then he's nice enough to mark the flats for you to prepare you for what's coming up, which is 4 flats. And that's where we slide everything down, and we're kind of in this finger pattern with a half step between 3 and 4. So in the first 6 lines, he takes you from this pattern to this pattern to this pattern. And when you're in this pattern, you're in 4 flats. Doesn't have to be that way, but you're in 4 flats. So you've got G, A flat, B flat, C natural, and D flat. So he's taking you through the hand patterns very deliberately. So pay attention to that and start learning to process your sight reading in using hand patterns. Okay, so we have 16th notes, and so we're going to do that the same as we've done all the other 16th notes in number 2 and number 3, which is we're going to slur 4 eighth notes, and we're going to go through the bar once, and then we're going to slur 8 16th notes, and we'll go through the bar once, and then we've got to scoot the bow closer to the bridge, especially on these thicker strings, and we're going to do slurring 16 16th notes, but it's still 16th notes. So we don't have 3 speeds. We've got 2 speeds, 8th notes and 16th notes, but we have 3 slur patterns: slur 4, slur 8, and slur 16. And when we get to the 16s, let's do that twice. Okay, so let's try the first bar of 16th notes. And he moved us back to naturals. How nice was that? That was very nice of him. So you're in naturals. Let's start by slurring 4. Da, 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, slur 4. Now slur 8. Slur 16. And you're on to the next measure. All right, now what am I going to tell you? If you couldn't do that just now, you've got options, right? You could slow down the metronome. You could do your slower reps for more times until you've really got them down. You could do slurring 8 more times if that helps you. Probably wouldn't help because you still have to play the notes fast. But you could, in other words, do what you need to do to set yourself up for success on these. Okay, because the G string is a little bit slower to respond. We're in a little bit more awkward geometry, and he's taking you through some very drastically different keys. And above all, relax your left hand. If on the slow stuff you're squeezing, then you can't go on to the next measure until you can successfully get through that measure perfectly relaxed. And just because we start going faster is no excuse to start squeezing and tensing up. Because do you think that's going to help you play fast? Not at all. It's going to impede your speed and your dexterity. Tension is our enemy. All right, so that's Sevcik 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there's huge value in these 4 exercises. I know you already know that, or you wouldn't have watched these videos. So good luck to you. I know you'll see great results from doing these exercises, and I'll see you in the next one.